Chapter 4. Now Willie was gone all those months. Dublin, he supposed, was just the same, and he wondered what spring would be looking like, sitting in the trees along Sackville Street, the real Sackville Street and not just a trench, and cheering up the starlings. He thought how beautiful Greta was, like the statue of the Grecian lady in the painting museum in Merrion Square. But she was no great hand at the letter-writing, that was sure. The fellow would come by with the letters, and if he was lucky there'd be one from his father. Weeks and weeks and weeks he had waited for a letter from Greta. It could be said that just now and then he was angry about it, humiliated. Even Christy Moran's wife, never mentioned by Christy, wrote to Christy, because Willie had seen him hunkering down hungrily to read such letters. Joe Clancy had a girl that wrote to him right enough, and regularly into the bargain. He knew the captain had to read all the letters that they themselves wrote, so that an eye would be cast over everything, for information that might give help to the enemy in case the letters were lost in an attack. He was always a bit nervous, so writing to Greta to declare those few words that had been said, he knew, those countless times in all the languages of mankind. But it had to be risked. He loved her. And he knew, he hoped, she loved him, because she had said so at their parting. And though the occasion may have driven the words into her mouth, he knew and hoped and prayed that they had started their journey in her heart as they had in his. Sometimes he could manage quite a long letter, and sometimes, for some reason, when he tried to fetch out the proper words, there were only a few of them. He thought how young she was in truth, and how young he was, and all their possible long days ahead, if they could only get their hands on them and nothing standing between. Of course, he remembered that she had not been able to give her word that she would marry him. He had felt awkward, asking her in the dark of the stairwell of her father's tenement, but she had not felt awkward saying no. "No, Willie, I won't undertake such a thing," she had said, like a lawyer or the like. And well, he understood why not, what with her so-called beau.